Welcome to today's class. In this lesson, we are going to be talking about skill acquisition. Jimoh Sikirula Adio is my name. At the end of this class, you should be able to define skill acquisition, explain the reason why skill acquisition is important, and state the types of skill acquisition and explain and give example of each. Let's proceed. Introduction. Skills are things that a person can do well. It may be because we learn it before or we practicalize it several times. Some people are skilled working with computer. Also, we also have what we called general skills, which include teamwork, motivation, time management, and leadership skills. Skill acquisition means learning skills. Skill acquisition is the art of learning to do something. I believe you understand that. This may be accomplished by attending educational institutions such as colleges or university, or life skills that we learn from family and friends, like knowing how to change a car tire or how to cook delicious food. I believe you like that, like baking cake, cooking various kind of food. All those things, they are also skills. Some skills can also be acquired by doing voluntary work in some places, such as school libraries, mechanic workshop, construction site, etc. By doing all this voluntary work, one will also learn along the way skills that may be needed later in life. Reasons for skill acquisition. Taking risk. Taking risk have become a way of life for the scientists, such as in performing unusual experiments or working with untested substances. This could lead to poisoning, injury, explosion, or even death. Such scientists require special skills and technique in order to be successful. I believe you get that. Also, we have decision making. People are faced with different decision making situations on a daily basis. For example, whether to take a sick person to hospital or to go to herbal clinic, whether to go to school or become a dropout. The problem here is how to make good and effective decision. Good decision making will involve going through mastery of the problem domain, unbiased analysis of the available facts, and systematic evaluation of possible alternatives before selecting the most viable option. Another reason whereby we must acquire skill is that managing emergency situation like when some things suddenly occur. For example, some emergency situations such as aeroplane crash, motor vehicle crash, fire disaster, kerosene explosion, etc. Effective skill for managing such a situation have to be taught and learned. Survival strategy, that's another point. And we also have learning to live together. Man by nature lives in communities. It is not usual that a man should live an isolated life because people in community depend on one another for their various needs. It is therefore important that individuals in community must understand and respect the custom and traditions and even the laws and other regulations make make for orderliness that are made for orderliness in the society. Let's go to types of skills. We have labor skills. These are skills that we need for our jobs and work. For example, skills needed by furniture makers, electricians, printers, builders, artists, mechanical tailors, and others. Those are the example of labor skills rather. We also have what we call life skill. These are skills that we need for everyday life. For example, problem solving skills, time management, and decision making skills. We also have what we call social skills. These are skills that help people to interact with others, with each other, like learning different languages, communication, etc. We also have what we call people skills. People skills. These are skills that help us to manage relationship with people around us. For example, ability to understand somebody's point of view when the person is differing from your own point of view. So you should be able to accept when the reason given by the other person is more than yours. So you should be able to accept his point of view, his criticism, or in any other aspect. Importance of skills acquisition. We have self-employment. Note that a skill acquired man is a self-employed man. Also, provision of various rewarding means of livelihood. It also reduces the crime rate in the society. Employment opportunity is part of it. It also facilitates the process of nation building and development. It also it also assists us to reduce the level of unemployment in the country. It also improves quality of life. Summary of our discussion. Skill can be defined as ability to do something well. We have labor skills, life skills, people skills, and social skills as various types of skills. Skills are important to take risk, decision making, managing emergency, and surviving in an unusual situation, and learning to live together in the society. Skill acquisition is also important. It enables young people to secure job and become a great entrepreneur. Skill acquisition also benefits the Nigeria economy in terms of GDPA, that is gross domestic product, that is the total number of things that are produced within a country. If country is producing what they are using in that country, the country will be less dependent on other nations. So assignment, divine skill acquisition. Number two, list 5 important skills needed by students to succeed in their education.